Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Nishka. I'm joined tonight by a new commentator, Tony, or Wild Track, as he's known around the server. We got Division 3 action live here tonight from China. It is the finale for the season, round 18 action. Tony, how you feeling about this one tonight, mate?
Look, absolutely fantastic, mate. The end of a long season. A lot of these drivers have been doing their best throughout the course of this season, and it's great to see some guys here to put some rubber on the track and get some fantastic quality laps in. We've got the first couple starting to head out now, which is absolutely fantastic. Have you actually ever been to China, mate? I have. It's a wonderful place.
I actually haven't been to China. It is somewhere where I wouldn't actually mind going. Um, but yeah, I don't know. A lot of people don't like this track. I do like this track. I'm one that does. We've seen plenty of action here this week. The weather's looking pretty good here for us too. With this division here, mate, we know the championship's been decided, the constructors has been decided here, so we got 16 guys on this grid that can just all lay it on the line, and we should be in for some fantastic action, mate.
Yeah, that's right, mate. When you're going to the final race with the constructors and the WDC, so to speak, already been decided, then you can definitely kind of lay it all out there. You're probably going to see a few guys with their elbows out, expecting to see some probably a little bit of argy-bargy. It's the last fun race of the season, so we'll see how it goes. Who's your money on? Who's your money on for this race?
Oh, that's a tough one, to be honest. I'm probably looking towards the Alpine man of Terence here. I know this track is a bit of a killer for the tyre wear. If we don't see any safety cars, I'll be having a little sneaky maybe some channel points, I'll say. But yeah, have some channel points on Terence. But yeah, I definitely think you need to be keeping an eye out for the McLaren of F7 as well. I know he'll want to try and finish off with a bit of a bang out championship. Winner of Division 4, he'll probably want to make an impression in Division 3 here.
That's right. It's going to be a very interesting race with quite a few of the drivers out there for their outlap, and we're getting into our first hot lap with Sebi. Pushing through turns 1 and then 2. Absolutely fantastic to see the V-Carb. It's going to be interesting to see where they land next year with the 2026. Well, what's going to be a DLC for us and new aero rules for the real-world drivers.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. What's going to happen with regulations. Looks like it's having a pretty good run so far in that V-Carb. But yeah, what do you think we're going to be in for the new DLC, mate? We're going to see a fairly different game, I think.
Oh, look, I think that they've done the best they can in terms of choosing. Oh, looks like we've got an off there, did we? We certainly do. Gangster is picking up a little bit of extra turf there at the end of turn 1 going into turn 2. Always a very treacherous turn that if you dip in on the inside there, it can be a little bit. And it looks like he is retiring from short quali already. Gangster with the Alpine requiring.
You got a DSQ there, mate. You got a DSQ for facing the
What's
wrong
happened
way
there?
or something.
Ah,
So yeah, that's really unfortunate there for the Alpine driver, mate.
we're going to have a look at the replay of that one, but quite often what you'll see is if they've come out and they've turned around and it's started to head back the other way at all, you'll get a very quick disqualification. Especially on this track here, it can be a little bit treacherous on that first corner.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see, PST70 that V-Carb, he did actually set a real good time there of a 32.7. So really good getting us underway. Brett come over with a 33.280. So not bad there for the Mercedes driver. Who else we got coming? I think we got Lamb coming up towards the line there in that Ferrari. What can he do? He does a 32.887. We're seeing a few times coming across the line now here, Tony, with sprinting vehicles.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. It's always interesting to see what the first hot runs are going to be like with the drivers as we head into the second set of tyres for some of them at the midpoint of the short quality, you'll actually really start to see the shake-up and the separation between the drivers. But as for your question before, what do I expect to see for 2026? Oh, well, look, I think that they've done the best they can in choosing the right game to do a DLC on rather than doing a full refresh. I think if they did that in 24, it would all be a bit sad. We do have a Sector 2 yellow flag here. What's happened here? Oh, I think someone just going a bit slowly by the looks of things. But yeah, I think that's going to be interesting to see. I think whoever excels next year is going to be that person that manages to, I think, just kind of master one of those 2 or 3 intricate things about this active aero system and recharging.
That's why they can't hear me. Let us know if that's a bit better now, if you can hear me now. Hopefully that's a bit better. And the game sound is hopefully a bit better as well. Just let us know.
Alrighty, so coming through on the medium tyre. Hennessy's set a 134. Always interesting to see the choice to bank a lap on the medium. Does that mean that he's not going to be running the medium in the race?
Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting decision to come out in the mediums. I'm pretty sure these guys are in short quality. I don't think it's full quality. So now they're saying I need to turn you up.
A single stop, medium to hard maybe. It's very doable on this track. But you've just got to be a little bit careful of those tyres as we see a couple more. Quite a few of the drivers now in pit. You've got the Ferrari heading out for a second lot, which is interesting. Second run of laps.
Yeah, I think we're seeing 0770. He's coming out now. He's in the Red Bull there. He's just coming through sector 2 at the moment. So he's going to be one of the drivers to watch out for tonight here, Wild Track. What do you think we're going to see from the Red Bull man?
Well, look, having not seen the rest of his season, I'm going to have to take your word on it. Look, he's already setting some very quick Sector 1 and 2 times. I'm looking at... There we are. Well, there we go. First, this F7's already gone through. So looking at the McLaren man setting the fastest time by 4/10. I mean, that's a pretty quick time. So, and it'll be interesting to see what Sebi says in reply to that one. That will have a big part to say about how he's going to go tonight in terms of his ability to answer back with that one. Coming across the line now. Whoa, still 4/10 behind.
Yeah, like we were saying earlier, F7 coming up from Div 4, the championship winner, setting that 32.3. He's showing well and truly that he belongs in this division at the moment. It's good signs for him heading forward into next season, mate.
Yeah, definitely. But that's being said, you know, he's set up and trim a little bit too pointy for this track, and will his tyres hold up come race time? That's always an interesting thing to think about.
Yeah,
all right.
An issue with my mic, mate. I'm just trying to get.
That's all right. You entertain the crowd. So here we are. We've got I thought that said bang bus for a second, mate. Some recent issues over in Bali with that, I believe. So coming into the pits is the Aston Martin. That's actually a team I've got my eye on for next year. I think Aston Martin in real world F1's going to perform quite well with Adrian Newey behind the wheel there in terms of being team principal and chief designer of the new car. So that's going to be very interesting to see. Who have we got out on track at the moment? Sebi's still out on track. He's just coming across the line into Sector 2. onto the battery, flat out, then into that short straight at the back here. Here we go, onto that short straight before the final long run. I always get this one a little bit off sometimes, especially if it's wet. I never get that braking point terribly right. Now this particular corner is quite difficult, making sure that you're not scrubbing your tyres too much. Plenty of battery there. He's still at 74, down into the 60s for battery, and all the way down to the end. Looks like a good lap time as well.
Yes, we've seen the two McLarens there, P1 and P2, so the McLaren's having a great night so far. But down into the last corner, like you say, PST Sebi looking to go better. Can he go better as he comes across the line? He can go a little bit better. It's still not as good as F7 so far, mate.
Yeah, there's still a couple of tenths left out on the track at the moment for Sebi. That's still, 2.5 tenths behind, but still improving on his last hot lap. Let's see how they go from here then.
Yeah, what I might do, I might jump on board here with the Mercedes TP of VLT Vettel, mate, and you can take us away for a hot lap with him, mate.
Alright, where are we here? The Mercedes man, where are you going? Alright, so Vettel, look, let's jump on board here, have a look. Alright, coming around. Now the thing about turns 2 and turns 3 is just making sure that you're coming out with a nice clean exit there. Plenty of battery there, now coming in, kissing the apex there quite happily, getting that slipstream from who's in front of him there, because he's giving him an absolutely perfect slipstream so far. Not too much dirty air. And then here we are in sector 2.
The 07 Sebi there in front of him.
Might be 07 Sebi indeed. Coming into the short back straight, pumping a little bit of battery, not too much. Sebi getting out of the way. And then here we are. The hairpin right-hander all the way on to that big long back straight, looking for that DRS point. Not too far away. And onto the DRS, fully open with the battery in. Draining that all the way down to 8%. Heavy on the brakes coming around that final hairpin before the final corner onto pit straight, and his time not too bad here. Hitting the 30, 32, 33s. To the 33s for the Mercedes man.
And there we have it. So we got Vettel there with a 33.3. He'll want to improve on that with 5 minutes to go in this session. We are seeing the Ferrari TP of Lamb. He's out on a lap at the moment. We didn't get to see much of that hot lap because I'm still trying to fix up the settings. The guys are saying the game sound was a little bit too loud. So I will jump on board here with Lamb, and I'll take us away with this one as we head through Sector 2. Lamb, 49% battery, does it nicely through the sector, tries to open up this next right-hander. Tyres are screaming through here. There's a lot of pressure on those front tyres as he comes into this next little sector, looking to set up this back straight coming down into Sector 3. You need to get this right. You want to get a good exit. He's got plenty of battery to work with. He's running in none at the moment. Quick flick up into medium, back on the overtake, 60% battery. He's going to be burnt. It's looking like he's doing a pretty good job of it so far as the Ferrari TP. Burning that battery all the way down, DRS wide open. He's come down to the tricky little hairpin. Can he get the exit right out of here and really set himself up into the last corner? Oh, a bit of a lock up there from Lamb. Burns a little bit of battery. He's not going to have much to play with. He's into the pit, so he's obviously made a bit of a mistake there, and that's going to be it from the Ferrari TP.
Yeah, no, he's locked up on that entry into the hairpin, and he's pulled out and said, you know what, not improving today, so I will pull into the pits and call it there. Who have we got left on track? Vettel coming through. Who else we got? We got Jordan down the bottom in the Haas, rolling his way into the pits. And here we are, Sebi on top. There we go. He managed to find the time. Less than a tenth in it. Absolutely fantastic. He's managed to hit back at the F7 McLaren man. Be interesting to see how we go for the race.
Yeah, most of these guys now, they'll be just preparing themselves to come out on the final lap, but we are seeing Terence is on his way around. He is about to start a hot lap, so this is one of the guys I was saying to watch out for. He's a real tyre whisperer, so yeah. Let's see how he goes on his lap. He's running in hot lap down into turn 1 in that Alpine. That Alpine looks magnificent on this China track, I must say.
Yeah, if only it went a little bit better than that in real life, mate. I feel a little bit bad for the Alpine pair coming to the end of the real F1 season. So here we are into Sector 2. Terence is motoring along nicely. So you think Terence is a bit of a tyre whisperer?
Yeah, definitely. I think he is, mate. And this is going to suit him down to a T. As long as there's no safety cars in this race, I expect this man towards the end of the stints, you'll see him making up positions while the others are starting to struggle on their tyres.
Definitely. I mean, look, one of the key components of these laps, and that's why I made the comment before. It's all well and good to have that super pointy setup and pick up pole position. I know that on the weekend just gone, racing Abu Dhabi in another league, I've put it on second, but my tyres fell away a lot faster than I thought they were going to, and you can just lose a huge amount of time.
Yeah, it's definitely a big one on this game as well. The tyre wear is massive. A lot of guys struggle with it. As we see Terence coming down to the line, he puts himself in P9, so he'll be pretty happy with that at the moment. But yeah, he probably wants to be a couple spots higher, but I still think he can do plenty of damage from there.
All right, here we go with F7, the McLaren man, pushing into turn 1. Absolutely fantastic with 90% battery for the rest of this lap, pushing through into turn 2. Absolutely fantastic. Nice times there. Feathering that throttle and bringing him up to turn 3. And then round into turn 3. Very well done. I do have a habit of losing the rear end a little bit on that one, so it's always good to see. Looks like we have a caution in Sector 3 at the moment. Someone probably just going a little slow because it's flashing on and off, so nothing major to worry about. And here we are coming onto that short straight before we head left on to before the hairpin on the major back straight. Now this is where we need to keep plenty of battery going into that straight with 60% battery. That's it's not too bad. And you can see the drivers opening up that DRS and just draining that battery down, hoping for as much overspeed as possible into the final hairpin, kissing that apex and then coming out. Oh, looked a little bit slower on the output there. But what have we got here? The final corner, cut it nice. And here we are, 132.6. No, unable to pick up a pole position from Sebi. So we've got a couple of other contenders coming through now. Oh, I think that 07 Sebi in the Red Bull may have secured himself a pole there.
Cooper! Out of nowhere!
Out of nowhere!
Cooper from nowhere! RKO
out of nowhere! Hey, the commentator's curse. Absolutely fantastic. Well done, Cooper. Sorry, 07 Seb. I've bloody jinxed you there. There we are, Cooper. Well done. He's picked up that plenty of track evolution there, and plenty to see for that one there with Sebi picking up third. Absolutely fantastic. So there you have it.
There we have it.
There's, completed.
Yeah. There's a couple of guys come out of nowhere there towards the end. like we said, Cooper does love a wrestling comment too, so he'd love the RKO out of nowhere. 07 Sebi there taking P2. PST Sebi got himself up into P3, but Tudor with a fantastic lap there in the Ferrari, he got himself into P4. F7 just couldn't quite hold it together. His sector times, he was actually up 1.5 tenths, so that last sector he really cost himself that pole. Freck doing a pretty good job there, reserving him for the wins. Got himself up into P6. Going to be interesting to see how he goes tonight, mate.
Well, mate, look, the top 5 or 6 separated by less than a tenth, and the top 10 separated by 2. So we've got some absolutely rapid drivers out here today, and here in beautiful China. The weather looks absolutely fantastic, and I think, like you said, if we can keep the safety car in the garage, we should have a very enjoyable race ahead.
Yeah, it looks like beautiful conditions. We have seen some mixed conditions here this week at China. We've seen a little bit of rain around, so making it difficult, but these guys are going to have a perfect track to work with. They'll be doing their final touches on their setups now, mate, and I'm going to let you take us away for the race start on your debut.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. So as we get the view of, I'm just waiting for the rest of the players to join us here. The view down pit straight in pit lane. Got a lot of wings out there. Hopefully they won't need to be used during this particular race. It's one of the most important aspects of this sim I've noticed is, especially into turn 1, protect that wing. Make sure that you keep the carbon on the car, not on the road, and then that way you line yourself up for some quick lap times from there on in. So turn 1, vital. It's that sweeping right-hander into the tight left. It can be a prime spot for overtaking, especially on the outside. If you know what you're doing, and you can find that little bit of extra grip, can be an absolutely fantastic first corner.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. As we've got the start coming now.
And here we go, and 5 lights are out. Here we are, and we are off and racing. Sebi on the inside, absolutely taking it to Cooper, and on the outside, Cooper then manages to hold on all the way. There's a little bit of contact there, and heading into turn 2 with Tudor just sniffing around, not managing to hold on for that second position.
There's plenty happening in the backfield there, plenty of overtakes going on. They're just trying to sort themselves out at the moment, as we see just a little bit of contact at the back there, but nothing too crazy. So most of these guys have done a pretty fantastic job to get themselves into a good rhythm. And so we see someone having a bit of a snap back there in the field. I'm not sure who that was there. Maybe that was F7, I believe that was. He's looked to recover okay, and no damage.
F7 is down to 11th from down to 12th now. So it looks like, let's see if he's got any damage to the vehicle. Can't see anything there, but there's plenty of racing left to go on with this one. Cooper looks like he's settled in front with a 6/10 gap, moving into 7/10 as they head back into the final part of this first lap. Absolutely fantastic. No crashes, and you get that concertinaing that will happen a little bit as we head up and down through the field. Absolutely fantastic with Cooper putting in.
What has happened there to Sprinter Giggles? He was in a battle. He just warped off my screen down into P13. So not sure what's happened there. I don't know if anyone else in the stream's seen that, but yeah, that was a bit bizarre.
It's often on that first lap that you're going to have a little bit of chaos, especially in the midfield. Up front it can be a little bit easier once you've got that clean air in front of you and you don't have any, brake checking or erratic driving, or 2 or 3, cars going into the one corner. That you're going to be a little bit more susceptible to that kind of damage. With Terence almost 2 seconds behind. So he's obviously had an off at some point, and he's just chasing after the pack now.
Yeah, not so sure what's happened to him. Sprinter fell back a long way too. Maybe they had a bit of a moment together. And Gangster's also missing an end plate. So Yeah, not ideal from him after that DSQ in quali. He's lost an end plate, so that's going to be
And
very difficult for him
by the
now.
looks of it, so is Jordan. Jordan's lost an end plate as well. So they've come into a little bit of contact with those around them.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see these guys charging down towards the hairpin now, Cooper the Bot still in that lead there. 077 having just a little bit of a look, nothing doing at the moment. He's just happy to sit in that slipstream of the V-Carb. He's in a bit of a V-Carb sandwich though, because PST7, he's there in third, right with these guys, and then the two Ferraris. They're going to be working together to try and get onto this podium. So we're in for an interesting night here, mate.
It's that is definitely. Oh, and we've got a little bit of action here into turn one with 07 Sebi pushed down to third. Absolutely fantastic move by the other Sebi in the V-Carb. So V-Carb in position 1 and 2, dominating from the front. Absolutely fantastic to see. Now you have the Red Bull of 07 Sebi sandwiched in between two V-Carbs in front and two Ferraris behind.
He'd be feeling a bit outnumbered at the moment by these teams around him. And yeah, as the case has been all Division 3 this season, it's a bit of a semi mouthful with these guys up the front. Yeah, it gets a bit like that. But yeah, some fantastic racing from these guys up the front. We're seeing the man we was talking to just before the race here, Angus. He wanted to have a good finish to his season tonight. He wants to try and get himself up in the podium. He's in sixth place at the moment, so he's getting himself into the race quite nicely. Seeing Breadman, he's reserving up from Div 4. He's doing a fantastic job for the Mercedes. They're in P7 at the moment. Our championship winner in Avon. Not having the greatest night so far down there in P8, but as I say this every week, and all of a sudden the guy ends up on the podium. So he's fun to watch out for, mate.
And we've got Terence here on the back straight in the DRS zone, making the move on Jordan. Absolutely fantastic. And coming in. Oh, and Jordan switching him back on the hairpin, but losing it again. So that's a triple swap of position between Jordan and Terence. And then Terence galloping away down pit straight into the first corner, gaining a good 8/10 in the process.
Yeah, it was a good bit of smart driving there from Terence. He's a clever driver, Terence. He knew that move was coming there from the Haas, and he just sort of let him come through and said, "Thank you very much. I'll take that position back." And now he's pulling away, trying to get back into the slipstream of his teammate in Gangster, and hopefully he can get himself involved in the race. We also see Sprinter. He made a move there on Vettel down into turn one, so he's got the job now. He's going to try and push out after these top 10, try and get himself back up into there. F7, he's slowly improving after having a bit of a slow start. He's now got himself up into P9. Back towards the front, these guys are kind of all just stuck in a big DRS train all the way down to about P10, aren't they? So what's going to crack first here, mate? Is it going to be a bit of a pit stop strategy that's going to break this one open, or are we just going to see some guys start struggling with tyre wear? What do you think is going to happen here, mate?
Look, my prediction's somewhere between lap 7 and lap 11. You will see that choice have to be made between the one stop or the two stop, as we see 07 Sebi having a bit of a look, but not being able to find a way past the V-Carb ahead. So yeah, I think somewhere between lap 7 and lap 9, you'll probably start to see a little bit of a choice having to be made. All right, how are the tyres looking? What are we expecting to see over the next couple of laps? Is this a one-stop? Is this a two-stop? And then from there, that's when you can expect to see a bit more of a shuffle up of the grid, especially considering that, like you said, there's a big old DRS train from position 1 down to 10, with only position 11 just falling out of that DRS train in and out at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. We see Tudor. He's all over the back of 07 Sebi here. He's trying to find a way past. It looks like he's got a fair bit of pace here as Tudor tonight in that Ferrari. It'll be interesting to see what he can do. One thing interesting to note here, we've got a lot of teams that are sort of up in this top 8. Are we going to see any team orders tonight? Or because it's the last race and everything's sort of done and dusted, are these guys just going to be allowed to race, do we think?
Yeah, look, I think if there was championships on the line, then You may see a little bit of shenanigans, or just out and out team pride, a team that's looking to finish particularly strongly, just to kind of stamp their mark on the season. As we've got Sebi taking Cooper on the back straight in through that DRS zone and that final hairpin. Very clean move. Good to see the boys giving each other a fair bit of space as well. We don't want to have any unnecessary contact, but yeah, an absolutely fantastic move by Sebi.
Yeah, absolutely. Cooper didn't look like he tried to fight that too much, so the teammates just working together there. They might try and work together a little bit here, then the gloves might come off if they can break away from these guys. But I think for the moment, their focus will be just trying to break out of this DRS train at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think at the end of the day, the biggest detail that you're going to see is where these tyres are going to start letting go. What are we going to see here? Are we going to see a medium, hard? Are we going to see a medium, soft even? Are we going to go push through for the one stop? This is where the drivers are all starting to think, all right, what can I do? I'm at lap 6. What's the percentage of my tyre deg? Where am I on track? The guys that are sitting in the top couple of spots, probably not so bad. But those fellas in the middle, probably getting nice and hot tyres. Losing a fair bit of tyre deg through that dirty air. And that's definitely been a feature of this year's iteration of F1. Is the dirty air has caused, quite a few complaints. As we see Cooper heading back out, trying to grab that spot, but no, tucking back in behind Sebi.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if any of these guys' engine temps are getting a bit hot as well, sitting in behind in this dirty air. I did notice that Tudor in that Ferrari, he just pulled himself out of the train a bit, maybe just trying to get a bit more clean air, trying to cool that engine temp down just a little bit. So maybe that could be playing on these guys' minds just a little bit.
Yeah, that's right, mate. I mean, once you start getting those higher engine temps, higher braking temps, translating into higher tyre temps, you do start seeing a drop off in a couple of different areas on the vehicle, including your overall power and overall responsiveness of your tyres. Starting seeing a little bit of an acceleration of that tyre deg as well. But the boys looking like they're all fairly comfortable in that convoy. Once again, we've got Sebi leading the pack behind with Cooper the Bot, 07 Sebi in the Oracle Red Bull, quickly followed up by the two Ferraris.
Yeah, absolutely. Just seen F7 there. He just I just switched to that just in time. F7 made a nice little move there on Bread, and he gets himself up into P8 now. So F7 just slowly started to make some moves for the McLarens.
Yeah, look, after going on a bit of a walkabout in the early part of his race, he's gone wandering. He's come back to make a little bit of a statement of like, righto, I'm still here. Don't forget, here we go. All right, and we've got a couple of moves going on with Sebi popping back out, but still not able to find a way past the two V-cubs.
Yeah, I think out of the two V Cubs here, I think PSC Sebi, he looks a lot more comfortable than Cooper the Bot. Cooper's having to burn a lot of battery trying to stay with his teammate here and trying to defend off these challenges from behind. PSC Sebi looks like he's doing it quite well within himself at the moment, running through Dun now through Sector 1 and 60% battery. Yeah, it'll be just... I don't know whether he's just holding himself back a bit to try and pull Cooper along or... yeah, I'm not too sure.
Look,
whether
it's always good being the man out in front, mate. You get that clean air. You can throttle on, you can throttle off, you can make the decisions and dictate how the race is kind of being raced behind you. Just remember that they've got to catch up to him. So it's up to him how he manages that ERS and his tyres. And you'll see, the drivers in both Cooper the Bot and 07 Sebi very similar in terms of their ERS management, very similar in terms of their distance behind each other, but you've still got a little bit of a gap now starting to form between Sebi and Cooper.
Yeah, I think Sebi's almost ready to pull the trigger here and try and break the shackles and get away from this group before the pit stops start coming in. He's
That's
looking
right.
like he's itching. He's got a full battery there compared to his teammate who's only got 20% there. Has 077 for company down into the hairpin. No move doing though again. So yeah, they're going to stay like this again. Ooh, a little bit of a
Ooh, a little bit of an inside look.
yes, a little bit of a touch there on the
Hey,
Ferrari.
Two-Door. Two-Door having a little bit of a sniff down the inside there. Absolutely fantastic to see. You know, sometimes you've got to create these chances, especially when you're locked in these DRS trains. Something has to give. Something's got to change. And it can be as simple as just having a bit of a look, putting that driver ahead on the defensive. Maybe he makes the wrong move. You know, it's all about these guys are all locked in and they've got their racing lines. They're following, they're judging their distances, they're maintaining their gaps, and maybe just having a bit of a sniff down the inside puts puts the heebie-jeebies on the driver in front, and next minute he's all over the place.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see if we see anybody. I see a little battle here down in P9. We're seeing Freck now trying to get the job done on Bread. Bread looks to come back on the inside there, wheel to wheel. This is great racing from these two side by side through here. Get a little bit of contact and get a little bit unstable there for the Williams. He tries to stick with it, but Bread holds the
Oh,
position and holds on. So some good tight racing there down in the mid pack.
and like I said before, it's great to see when the lads are giving themselves plenty of room. They're not, they're not coming into contact with it. They're not dive bombing each other. Absolutely great racing, side by side action, wheel to wheel combat. It's what we like to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Are we seeing the other Ferrari here of Lamb? Looks like he's starting to struggle a little bit on those tyres. Didn't have a great exit out of that corner there, almost falling out of the DRS now as well. So is he going to be the first one that falls off of this pack? We're seeing the tyres maybe starting to fall away from some of these guys now.
Now this is where you're going to have the teams starting to talk to each other. And like as I said there, boom, there you go. End of lap 9, start of lap 10. You've got the first pit stop. Two-Door is in to grab his first pit. Like I said, that it was going to be the difference.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
Terrence, what's happened there?
oh, Terrence, severe collision. What has happened here? He has
Oh.
ran straight up the behind of Vettel in front. He's broken his wing. You've done yourself a mischief, son.
Oh, that's terribly unlucky there for Terrence. He's going to have to serve that drive through. What else are we seeing? We're seeing Sprinter Giggles. We've seen the Williams going forward driving there off in the dirt track there. But Sprinter Giggles, he's now up into P10, so he's doing a pretty good job at the moment. Now, who are we going to see react from this front group here? Because the undercut is quite strong here. Two-Door has plenty of free track, so these guys are going to have to react, I think, and it might force some of these guys into a pit stop that they didn't want to make this early.
That's right, Two-Door's gone onto the hard tyres. He's got a good 3-second gap in front of him, so plenty of free air. That means that he's able to really crank it up, push for that undercut, and then hopefully be able to do a little bit of strategy to break that deadlock in that DRS train. Speaking of drive-through penalties, I had my final race of one of my other leagues in Abu Dhabi the other night, and I got a bloody drive-through penalty, mate. I ended up. Oh, here we go. We got some more pitting happening. So there you go. There's the other Ferrari going in, and you've also got Breadman going in as well. Interesting to see. Oh no, Bread's staying out. Who else have we got here? We got FST Sprint is going in for pit.
And Angus is in as well. So, yeah, 3 more guys.
And the
So
other Ferrari. So both Ferraris are now out on fresh tyres and both on fresh hards.
Yeah, and they both
right behind each other as well.
They both could be achieving the undercut here
There
on
you
some
go.
of these guys out in front because they've decided to stay out another
7 of a
lap.
second splitting the two Ferrari men.
This is going to be super interesting because, a lot of these other front runners, they've decided to stay out. And that's going to be 2 laps extra they're doing over Two-Door. Two-Door's going to have real fresh tyres and he's going to be super fast compared to some of these guys. So it's going to be interesting to see where the Ferraris end up here. Because Lamb has ended up right behind his teammate too, so they're going to be towing each other along. This could be a Ferrari master strat here.
Right, we've got a Sector 3 caution. What's caused that one? Is that Vettel? DNF?
What's happened there, Vettel? DNF.
Well, Vettel's DNF now. Does that have anything to do with? Let's have a look at the race director. Does that have anything to do with
Did he get rear wing damage from
rear
Terrence,
wing?
maybe?
That is the question. Vettel collision with Terrence. That's it. So rear wing, and that will be him done for the night. Terrence getting a drive-through penalty for that collision with Terrence. Well, you play silly games, you win silly prizes, and that's what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see, PST Sebi, he is going another lap. So he's going to do 3 extra laps over Tudor. Is this going to be detrimental to him going this long and not reacting? Or
Well,
is it going to be a case where he has better tyres at the end and these guys are going to be struggling to hold him off? That's going to be the question, isn't it?
it is going to be the question, can Sebi maintain that interval going forward before he needs to pit? That's going to be the difference between the undercut or maintaining a position. It's always interesting to see how those medium tyres are faring. He's on lap 12 of 28, so we've still got a fair way to go. 16 laps remaining in this GP. I tell you what, mate, this is some absolutely fantastic racing.
Yeah, it's fantastic, and I do a fair bit of engineering myself, mate. And if my maths are correct, the Ferraris are P1 and P2 at the moment. So as things stand, PSC Sebi, he's going to come out a long way down this order, probably around P4, P5 at the moment. Once all the pit stops are done, so he's going to have a bit of work to do now, staying out this bit longer, mate.
All right, now it looks like we've got a exceeded track limits warning for one too many times for Gangster, and he's got a multiple warning for exceeding track limits, 3 seconds penalty. The black and white flag is out for him.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate for him picking himself up that penalty. But we see Hennessy and PSC Sebi, they're both into the pits now. Where will they come out? The two Ferraris, they're just coming around into the straight now. Oh, Hennessy gets a 10-second for speeding into the pit lane. That's real unfortunate for him. But where is PSC Sebi going to come out? There is a lot of cars coming down here. This could be a massive mistake from the V-Carb driver here, staying out so long.
I think so. He's been undercut quite considerably, but is that going to come back to him later on in the race, where he's got 3-4 extra laps in his tyres?
Yeah, but having to overtake 7 cars though on only 2-3 laps difference in tyres, that's a tough ask. He's going to have a tough ask ahead of him. So we're going to have to see what happens there. But I think the Ferraris, they've pulled the wool over these guys' eyes here, and they're in a fantastic position now because Lamb, if he's the TP and the team man that I know he is, he'll be doing everything in his power to keep these guys way away from Tudor and try and let Tudor sail away with this one now, I think. So the Ferraris are in a great position here, mate.
Well, look, every single driver getting off those mediums and onto the hards, with only one driver who has since DNF'd. Vettel going from the hard back to the hard, obviously looking for that hard 2 stop. Very hard to pull off here in China, but I tell you what, mate, we've got some interesting racing ahead of us. 1 stop across the board. The only person who hasn't stopped yet, funnily enough, is Terrence.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm wondering now if that wasn't a retirement because of a real wing damage. I think he may have had a misclick, mate, and he's gone back onto the hards, realised, and he's retired in the pits. That would be my guess.
Yes, unlucky. Well, you get that on the big jobs, as they say. It'll be interesting to see how Terrence can recover from picking up that drive-through, and I believe that he should be heading into the pits at some point soon, because I tell you what, his tyres look absolutely horrific.
13 lap mediums, that wouldn't be ideal for him. Probably hoping for a safety car at this point. Yeah, it's probably an unlucky night there actually for the Alpines Gangster as well, with the wing damage and the 3-second penalty now. So Not the night the Alpines would be looking for. They have had a fantastic finish to the season, but yeah, tonight definitely not their night at the moment. Yeah,
But
what?
things look like they're all red and all right for Ferrari up front, maintaining a pretty tight grip on this race. But you do have, I gotta ask how I'm meant to say his name because I keep on wanting to say FT Bang Bus, but what are we saying?
That's Angus, mate. We'll call him
Angus, there you
FT
go.
Bang Bus. I don't think that's his name.
FTB Angus, there you go. Sorry,
Yeah.
Angus. Tell
Yeah.
you what, mate, you're number one on the charts. All right, but we've got plenty of action up front at the moment. Back into turn one, heading into lap 15 of this fantastic race. Going down the order, F7 still in 8th, 1 second gap behind the Sebi. So 07 Sebi, so not quite being able to get into that DRS zone, but he's working hard for it, working that battery down, trying to pick up that extra place.
Yep, and yeah, we're seeing this bit of Sebi on Sebi action again in P6 and P7. Yeah, they've been close together all night, and now they've got to try and work their way through this field now and try and get up back into those podium positions.
Oh, we've got a sector 2 caution. What's happened here?
We're seeing who are we seeing here? Seeing
Um,
F7 looks like he's okay. Bread, did he have a bit of a moment there? Sprinting
he may have had
maybe?
a moment. Well, it's been quickly waved away, so we continue racing, and no harm, no foul. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how F7 goes. He's right on the back of Sebi now, and who's right on the back of the other Sebi, the tale of two Sebis. So we'll see how that they finish out this race with 13 laps of racing to go.
Yeah, absolutely. We're seeing this DRS trade sort of form again at the moment. We're seeing Cooper having a little look there, nothing doing for him. We've seen the two Aston Martins now, so it's a 3-team battle in the top 6 positions here. We're seeing the 2 Ferraris, the 2 Astons, and the 2 V Cubs occupying those top 6 spots. So it's going to be a battle of the teams here. Who's going to end up on the podium? You game enough to stick your neck out and put someone on the line? Who's going to win?
Yeah, look, if I was a man and to take a punt every now and then, look, I think that there is going to be a move by Tudor in the last couple of laps. I just think that he's sitting nice and close. Angus looks pretty. He's up 5 positions. You know, can he hold on? But if I was a betting man, Tudor in the Ferrari, he looks like he's pretty locked in with Ryan not leading the pack at the moment, but can his tyres hold on?
Yeah, he's just been looking a little bit loose. Has Lamb or Ryan Adair?
There we go.
Yeah, now we see Tudor gets the move done on him. I know.
And this
Angus,
is what I was expecting to
in.
see.
Wow, Angus.
A follow through from Angus. Well done. Great overtake. And this is now that there's a car place. Oh, something's happened here with Ryan because he's gone down
track.
a couple.
They're off the track, but he rejoins safe enough to Zabhana, and Lamb now gets the position back, and now PST Semi's in there. Everything's happening here down into turn 1. While nothing was happening, we went from nothing to everything all in about the space of about 10 seconds.
It's usually the way with F1 is that there's a bit of a calm before the storm, and it definitely provided a little sweet spot of action there heading into turn 1 of lap 17 here at China. Absolutely fantastic to see. Look, Tudor leading away, Angus looking very strong, pushing forward.
Oh, we have to see. Surely, I think F7. Oh, F7 and 07 Sebia come together. As I was just about to say, I think F7 should probably need to give that position back. They came together. They both half spun, and they're still going side by side. This is fantastic. What is happening here? Who's going to come out better here? F7 gets the little bump. 07 Semi gets past him, and the Red Bull is now back in front of him. F7 goes for the move again, though. Oh!
Here we
What
go.
a move.
It is not stopped. These two are battling like stepbrothers. Absolutely fantastic. Get involved, boys. Good job.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Not a good job. 07
Here we
Semi's
are.
off the track.
Hey, I think they're. This is. Horseplay leads to sick bay, and here we are. So Sebi plummeting down the order. Unfortunately, that's him in strife for the rest of this race. F7 picking up that spot and muscling out. So there might be some questions to be asked at the steward's office after this one as F7 cruises into the pits. I'm wondering if he's got that wing damage that we thought. Oh, 10 seconds for speeding as well. It's just all happening for. It's all happening there.
Yeah, no, 07 Semi there was just parked on the edge of the track and he gets disqualified too, so he's out of the session. Yeah, not the...
Oh, there's a big chunk of Terrence. Severe collision.
What has happened here?
Massive. What's going on here?
Oh, there's been a safety car.
Oh, here we go. And it is out. The safety car being deployed. All sorts of shenanigans going on now. Terrence missing half of his vehicle. Big chunk of carbon fibre flying off on that rear of the vehicle as he came down the back straight. And in all of the confusion, Angus has managed to take the lead of the race. So excellent to see some moves being made up the front of the race as well.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see what these guys do now. There was some questionable stuff going on as I'm seeing in the stream. I didn't know where to look. There was cars parked on the side of the track getting disqualified. Then there was a safety car out. Not sure what caused the safety car. But yeah, we're going to see any of these guys pit. They're going to go back onto the mediums. Are they going to try to keep their track position? What's going to happen? Because on those 7-lap hards, I don't know if they'll be able to hold off a fresh set of mediums for the. As we've seen, most of these guys. Is anybody going to gamble and stay out?
Yeah, I think there's a few guys piling into the pits now, looking for that extra set of mediums. They did 10 laps on them earlier, so they'll do 10 laps on them again. I think the smart money is on picking up that fresh set of rubber and then heading on out there. Coop managing to hold on to his position at this stage on track, and then finding himself on fresh mediums at the start of the restart will be a pretty big advantage going into the final stint of this race here in China.
Yeah, it was interesting there as well because all those guys had to pit, but a lot of the guys are from the same team there, so they're coming in, double stacking, and we've seen a few positions sort of changing there. Obviously, the guys that came in first, Angus, Tudor, Cooper, they all benefited from that. But then Lamb, Abbott, and PSC Semi, they all had to wait and be double stacked in there. So, yeah, a little bit of a mix up, and yeah.
Look, I think it's going to be interesting to see as we head into the final kind of 5 laps of this race. The guys are going to be pushing pretty hard, but fuel levels are getting lower. That means that the tyres should liven up a little bit, should give them a little bit more tyre life to work with. We do have the PSD Sebi staying on the hards, which is an interesting choice. Does this mean that he can push harder throughout the last stint of the race?
Yeah, absolutely. The interesting thing to note here is the two Astons both on the mediums, so compared to everybody else. So more the Astons dominate this division for one more time this season. I feel like it's got the makings for Aston Martin 1-2 now with the way this is looking with their tyres.
You've got all of the key drivers here weaving left and right on the track, getting those tyres, especially those in the hard, getting them nice and warm before we look at restarting. Looks like we might have one more lap of the safety car potentially. Just having a look here if the safety cars. No, one more lap of the safety car going on as well. So we're going to go into 8 laps of this race left after the safety car finally peels off. Be very interesting to see who the final few are wrestling at the top. And once again, like we were discussing earlier, that tyre deg is going to be all important as we head into those final couple of laps.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, mate. One person that I'll mention here, I know he does have the 3-second penalty, but after starting P16 and yeah, he's up into P9 now. He's Gangster, so I believe he can get himself into a decent position still with these 8 laps to go. So it's not all hopeless for him. He'd be pretty happy with how his night's gone, considering where he started.
Yeah, no, look, there's some great moves. Obviously, Angus 7 places to be in first at the moment. His teammate up 6 places to be into 5th. Absolutely fantastic job there. Breadman up 3 places. Fantastic in 7th place. And a couple of other big movers. Hennessy over in 10th place, up 3 places. And Jordan up 3 places in 12th, but those in front of him, there's a couple of penalties floating around. So can he make some moves to potentially get himself into that top 10?
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, it's definitely some big movers, that's for sure. As we're seeing in the chat there, we've been asked if we want to do driver of the day. I think we'll wait a few more laps before we decide driver of the day. We'll see what happens after this restart. We'll wait till we get down to the last 3-4 laps before we start thinking about that, because plenty can change in that amount of time, I believe. So, yeah, are we going to see?
I've got a couple of thoughts. I've got a couple of thoughts on driver of the day so far, but like you said, we've still got a lot of racing to go. There's still a third of this race left, so let's see how they all pan out. As they all slide in, are we going for another lap of the safety car? That's the big question here. Another lap of the safety car. All right, 21 laps complete. Well, 20 laps complete, onto lap 21.
If we are doing another lap, mate, you can share your thoughts of who you think is up there in the drive of the day at the moment as it stands. But yeah, we won't put our nominations in yet. But yeah, let us know what you think so far, mate.
So far, I think that the really impressive drivers today, Breadman's been fantastic. He's held on his position really well. He's made up 3 places from 10th up to 7th. No penalties, clean. He's kept his wing intact, so he gets an honourable mention from myself. Cooper to come out of nowhere to put it on pole, but to lose 2 positions. If he can shape himself back up for the rest of the race, then maybe he might be in the mix. But he really has to put a fair bit of work in to find himself back up on that position where he started the race. And obviously, look, you can't go past the current leader, because 7 places up. That's pretty impressive, mate. Oh, ignoring yellow flag. Hennessy gets himself a penalty. And this is exactly what I was saying about the Haas driver, Jordan Sears. You've got 3 drivers in front now, all with penalties. I mean, you play your cards right and you can get yourself well and truly into the top 10.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I think if I had to pick a driver of the day at the moment, it'd have to be Angus at the moment, up into P1, up 7 positions. He's had a fantastic drive if I had to pick someone. But, like we said, safety car in this lap, anything can happen. Down into turn 1, there's still plenty of racing still to go. These guys are going to leave nothing out on the track. 13 guys still going around on the track. Who are we going to see take it? My money's on an Aston Martin. I think one of the Aston Martins is going to take this, but don't.
Is there going to be a late surprise?
Make no mistakes.
A late surprise from one of the Ferraris.
Yeah, I think the Ferraris are the ones to watch. As we see, Angus is really banking these guys up here, really slowing them down, trying to get a bit of heat into the tyre. Some of these guys comes down into the last hairpin there. When's he going to go?
Getting ready for the restart.
You take us away for the restart, mate. You take us away.
Usually it's on the usually on the other side of the hairpin. They start picking their time. The old weave and wait for everyone to weave. And he's off. Here we go. Angus putting the pedal to the metal and leading the pack into the final 6 laps now of this race. Absolutely fantastic to see. I think it was actually a very wise move going onto those mediums with a heap of free laps under safety car. Means that he's minimised the amount of degradation that has been on those tyres throughout the last 3 or 4 laps. Absolutely fantastic. With only 6 laps to go, he's going to make those mediums absolutely sing along, I think.
Yeah,
But the big
absolutely.
question is, can Cooper bring up that position? He's looking like he's keen to get onto the back of Tudor here.
Oh,
Cooper the bot.
sorry, mate. Didn't want to jump in there. I seen an Alpine going across the grass. It was Gangster going across the grass there, so not sure what's happened there. Oh, and Sprinter's going very slowly as well. Not too sure what's happened in the backfield there, but yeah, plenty going on. But back towards the front, mate, with you.
It's all right, we're going. Actually, there you go. That's exactly what I was saying before, mate. Jordan Sears, the hash driver, into position 10 with a penalty in front with Hennessy. So that position 9, if he can just hold on to it, that might be his today. And that's a great drive because that would put him up 6 positions. That means he's coming from dead last up to his position 9. Absolutely fantastic. Angus pushing through onto lap 23, about to be. He's driven an amazing race so far. Great strategy, put himself in the right place at the right time. Just banged in the fastest lap of the race so far, and he's starting to pull open that gap at 0.8 of a second so far. If he can maintain it and break that DRS, there we are. And then Sprinter getting a 10-second penalty. I tell you what, you boys need to be careful in that pit lane. There's been 3 or 4 of the pit lane violations today, but he's gone in to retire the vehicle, did not finish today, and that's both of the McLarens in and retired. No points for them today.
Yeah, really unfortunate for the McLarens there, no points. They looked like they were going to have a pretty good night at the start. So seeing that, it's not the greatest there for the McLaren team. But importantly, Angus has now broken that DRS. Can Tudor get himself back inside? This is going to be an interesting one to watch. It is one that's right on the cusp. Can Tudor hold on? It's going to
Did
be
he
close.
get over?
Is he going to
Did he
have
get
that rear
over?
wing open? Let's
Let's
see,
have
mate.
a look. Coming through up to that DRS zone. Did he make it on that detection zone?
No, he didn't.
No, he did not.
And he's got no battery. Oh no, this could be curtains.
In Struggle Town, but he's managed to still maintain. I mean, Angus didn't have a great deal of battery either going into that one, so he think that the damage wasn't as bad as what it could be. But he's still got nothing. He's absolutely drained the absolute guts out of his battery, Tudor. So somehow he's managing to stay within half a second.
Oh wow! Big collision between Abbott and Lamb. I think Abbott might try and give that position back. Not too sure. Oh, Lamb's missing an end plate, so that was a big collision. We only just caught the end of that one, mate. Sorry to cut in there, but yeah, that could have big implications there for the Aston Martin and the Ferrari now. But this leaves PST Sebi and Cooper the Bot now out chasing Tudor and Angus. Angus still can't break the DRS though, mate.
Yeah, look, they're pushing along. Angus coming into that back straight very soon. He's maintaining a relatively good battery level, but to tell you the truth, I think it's going to be, it's going to be important to see what he can do to break that DRS. He did it before, but he didn't have the battery to capitalise. And here we are going onto that back straight. How much of this battery? He's got 68% heading in. He's dumping the absolute lot of it, I reckon. Pushing forward. Tudor. Only very low battery in comparison, but he's got that DRS to help. So he's slipping along behind, and it will be interesting to see what he does on the next couple of laps. Has going to the mediums are they starting to wane? He looked like he was going to get a position gallop away and get him out of position there. But it looks like the pair of them have split the rest of the group. Now 2.5 seconds. Cooper trails Tudor.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I think it's going to be that time now where we start thinking about driver of the day so we can get the poll into the chat. I'm going to take it away. I'm still going to stick with my man Angus. He's drove a fantastic race so far, up those 7 positions, up into P1 in the battle for P1. I can't take it away from him, mate.
I'm going to. You know what's been interesting? PST Sebi's. He's back in a third. He's hammering along. You know what? I'm going to throw my my vote behind PST Sebi. Look, I was a little bit concerned about his very strange timing of his pit. He's got 3 laps to pull in 2.3 seconds. The guys in front of him are absolutely destroying their tyres. And that gap's already down to 1.5. I reckon PST Sebi, he's my man for driver of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of just caught a glimpse of a little coming together between Angus and Tudor, and now you see Tudor, he's dropped 1.1 seconds behind Angus there, and yeah, like you said, now the gap come down 1.5 seconds to PST Sevi, so I think Tudor may have lost just a little bit of time there. We'll have to see if there's any action after the race with that one, but yeah, SJ, if you're in the chat there, mate, if you could put in the driver today, thank you very much, mate. Get our votes in, and I'll get mine onto Angus.
Tell you what, Jordan, you would have got my vote for driver of the day, but you've just not capitalised on having those penalties around you. Just a couple of extra, clicks there. I think something must have happened because he's a good 10 seconds behind. I don't know if his tyres have just fallen off a cliff, but I had some very good hopes there as we were heading into the last couple of laps. Sebi at 1.6 seconds behind Tudor. Can he put the pedal down? Can he find that extra, 0.15 now? So can he find that extra 0.6 of a second to get inside that DRS and make a move to get himself a little bit further up that podium coming into the last couple of laps?
Yeah, it's closing in ever so slowly. Can he get there? Another guy, just to mention, just went fastest lap. Guy down here in the Williams, so in my team here, mate, reserving in for us tonight. P7 now is Freck. He's having a fantastic drive now, and he could look to get himself up into that top 6. He's looking pretty quick on those medium tyres at the moment, mate.
That's right. One of the best parts about that safety car is it does give you an opportunity to shuffle up a little bit, just to work out exactly, change your strategy up, maybe get some fresh rubber, maybe push for some track position. Oh, as we have Cooper, and was that the other Aston Martin driver trying to make a move on the V-carb down in position 4 and 5? Sebi, he's lost a position down to Cooper. Mate, you're killing me. I've given you the commentator's curse again.
Oh, he's having a look again. He said, "Oh, it doesn't get anything happening there on Cooper this time around." Did have a little look. Oh, Evans having a little look now as well. He's trying to dart up the inside as well. So good little battle here for P3 at the moment. The last podium position. We're seeing a little battle behind there as well. Lamb and Freck there sort of coming pretty close together now as well. So good little battle in behind the front two at the moment because Angus looks like he's only got to keep Tudor out of his DRS for one more lap and he's going to win this race. He's just got to keep it clean, keep it solid, and yeah, he's going to do exactly what he wanted to do, what he was telling us before the race tonight. So I did have a brief chat with him, and he's executed, putting it all the way up into P1 at the moment, but can he hang on? But I'm interested to see this battle for P3 here. Well, it's almost a 5-car battle here. Who's going to take it, do we think here, Tony?
Look, I'd like to think that that Cooper can hold on to P3. He did start on pole. It would be a bit disappointing to lose that last position on the podium, having started on pole. And he's dumping his battery now, defensive as much as possible. But we've got Sebi slipping through. Oh, this is setting up for a amazing final lap with now we've got 1, 2, 3, at least 3 drivers all in contention really for that final spot on the podium. It looks like Angus has certainly executed his plan fantastically, so he is walking it in for a fantastic victory. Hennessy copping another 3-second time penalty. So there you go. Got to be careful of those track limits. Plenty of warnings, but he gets the black and white flag as well. Look, Cooper seems to be holding on, but will it happen? Will Sebi push through and maintain that third position?
Yeah, it's going to be a little interesting battle for the V-Cars for the last position on the podium. Doesn't look like Aben has anything else to battle with. He's just dropped off just that little bit. But look, two doors into the DRS. This is going to be a little battle down the last straight. Oh, wowee.
Oh, here we
Can
go. We
Tudor
had
get it
Gangster in
done?
the back coming off briefly, but it's all action up the front. He's in the DRS zone of Angus. Can he drop the hammer on that final straight? Get in before that 7/10ths back? It's going to be a tough ask.
Oh, 7/10
You look
back.
at
He doesn't
Angus
have
just
much battery.
dumping the battery, and neither does Angus. Oh, it was the battle of the batteries there, I think. And it just didn't. But there you go, Angus coming around the final corner, just giving a little squirt of ERS just to maintain his position. Great job, Angus, taking the win with Tudor in second. And here we are, Sebi holding on for third, and a little bit of squiggly action for a barn at the back there. Well done, mate. Taking fifth behind Cooper in fourth. There's your top five.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a fantastic race there, Tony. I thoroughly enjoyed that for the finale. Angus, fantastic drive from you, mate. Getting the win. Also taking out driver of the day. So, fantastic all round. Um, yeah,
Look,
bit of carnage. I did. I don't
Look,
want to
for the
say
most part,
yeah,
especially up the front, it was all pretty clean. It's kind of to be expected that into the middle and lower field that you get a little bit of argy-bargy, but for the most part, very impressive racing, especially from those top five guys.
yeah, absolutely. And if we can get our race winner Angus and driver of the day, and then if we can get Tudor, PST Sebi into the comms box, we'll get some interviews underway. You got any final thoughts on the race there before we get these interviews underway, mate?
Yeah, look, I think one of the biggest factors that you need to take into account is how pivotal that safety car was. I think that as soon as that safety car came out, there would have been quite a few eyes all lighting up, going, "All right, what am I going to do here?" That first pit stop was really important, but that safety car, I think, that really sealed the deal.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see the bread man, he gets the cleanest driver. So he was one of the guys we were talking about driver of the day. So he gets cleanest driver anyway. He gets an extra point. So fantastic from him. And Freck taking out the fastest lap. So he'll get the point there as well. So fantastic from those guys.
Most overtakes, Gangster.
Most overtakes Gangster. Yeah, well done, Gangster. I've thoroughly enjoyed commentating alongside you tonight, mate. It was good to have you in here on your debut.
No, thank you very much. I'll be racing in the lower divisions. Yeah, with the newbies coming up in the next season, so that's going to be interesting to see. But yeah, we're certainly looking forward to the next lot of absolutely fantastic racing. But yeah, big congratulations to Angus taking out the final race of the season.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. It's going to be. I'm excited to see you going around next season, mate. We might our paths might cross because I'm down in those lower divisions as well, mate. So we might end up on the same trajectory. We might end up on the same team. We might end up as rivals. We don't know.
But, who knows, mate? Who knows? It should be absolutely fantastic. Absolutely love a bit of good racing. So have we got the any of the top five guys in the Discord yet?
We do have PST Sebi in here, so he finished in P3, mate. So we can get that one underway. If you'd like to start us off there, mate, I'll just get a couple of things sorted on my end, so you can start.
Not a problem. Sebi, great race, mate. Picking up the final spot on the podium, managing to get past Cooper there in the closing laps. Tell us a little bit about your plan and how it went to secure that third position.
Well, we were in VC with the two Ferraris who were as well, so we were communicating to them about how we could all work together to try and stop both Aston Martins ending on the podium. And then on the second last lap, Cooper let me by due to DRS and ERS, and then I just built up ERS throughout the last lap and just burnt it all down the back straight and just held the position. So
that back straight definitely important in maintaining position heading out of turn one, and heading into turn one can be super important. So playing the team game and trying to mitigate as much as possible in terms of who's on the podium. But the next person on the podium was Tudor in the Ferrari. Well done. You guys were hooting along there, leading the race. But congratulations managing to pick up on the second spot on the podium. Tell us a little bit about how your race went.
Yeah, went pretty good. I think that safety car kind of coming up pretty much screwed us over, the guys that were out in front. But yeah, and then going to harder strategy, we didn't have mediums towards the end. And I think if we'd had another lap or two, I probably would have got Angus. But yeah, did the undercut and flew past everybody that was pitted a lap or two later, and me and Lamb were just trucking along nicely. And yeah, the safety car kind of put a halt to that, didn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, look, that's the roll of the dice when it comes to the safety car. It can either lay the best laid plans to waste, or it can actually be the opposite, which is which is all part of racing. But look, you guys did a fantastic job securing second position, so well done. But your race winner, Angus, well done, mate. I was giving you the wrong name half of the time. But we got there in the end. Good race. Executed the way that you wanted it to, and coming in on that safety car to pick up those mediums, and then 2 or 3 laps behind the safety car meant that you had plenty of tyre life heading into the final stint. Tell us a little bit about your race.
Yeah, obviously the safety car was definitely in my favour going the medium or balanced strategy. I didn't think I was going to get the Ferraris. They were working well together, and I think XD Lamb disconnected, which was unfortunate. But yeah, just the safety car balanced strategy with the mediums. But yeah, Tudor was very close to getting me at the end, so grace to him.
Yeah, definitely with the difference in tyres and the delta of grip coming into the final laps. Like you said, Tudor, 1 or 2 more laps and it could have been a very different story. But well done, boys. Nico, got any questions for the lads?
Yeah, mate. Yep, I'll get going now with. I'll start with Sebi. Sebi, great race for you, mate. P3. I was worried for you a little bit there with the before the safety car stuff come when you pitted, when you decided to stay out there a little bit longer. Once you come out, were you a little bit worried there, mate?
Yeah, I was a little bit worried because I think I ended up in P8, just behind F7 and the other Sebi. I thought, oh crap, undercut was powerful, even though I was the only one to stay out that long. But oh no, 2 others stayed out. But still, I knew I had fresher tires. So I knew if I just kept it consistent, kept it in between the lines, I could get past them within the first few laps of coming out of the pits.
Yeah, absolutely. I knew the undercut was really strong here, and I was wondering when you stayed out the even the extra lap after that didn't react to the guys that pitted early. I was wondering, has he been able to stay here? But it looked like you had some real solid pace tonight, mate. Is China a track that you genuinely like?
It's got missed components that I do like the Sector 2 with the setup I had on. I could take like those fast left and right handers flat out, which is the type of corners I like to do. So it's a mix and match, but personally, I wouldn't say so. But every race I've done here, I've always had a good result.
Yeah, I can see that from tonight, mate. I can see you do pretty well at this track. Probably unfortunate for yourself, like especially early on in the race. I thought, you look like you've got it under control. Probably a little bit unfortunate with the undercut happening, and then obviously having to try to get through the traffic. I believe you probably are thinking, oh, maybe I could have had a win tonight. Is that the case?
I haven't actually thought of that, but yeah, probably. But if that's so, I would have had to pit either behind Cooper, which would have double stacked us, or the lap after, which would have still put me back a fair bit.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, Stevie, it was a great result for you tonight, mate, on the podium to finish off the season. It's been a great season for you, mate. Yeah, look forward to seeing you go around next season, mate.
Yep.
Awesome. We'll move along to Two-Door. Two-Door, mate. I thought when you pulled that undercut, I thought, oh, the Ferraris pulled a bastard straight here, and then the safety car. I bloody hate those things.
It saved me the last few weeks, and then this week it's bloody done the opposite.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
I felt for you guys. I really did. I thought you and Lamb, are driving a fantastic race there, working well together. And, yeah, I thought you were on for a 1-2 at one stage, to be honest.
Yeah, I think we were. I think it would have been another podium with Angus. I think us three were probably the quicker guys pitting earlier, and then the guys behind were just stuck in that dirty air. Even with the newer tyres, they just would have stayed back where they were. So I think it would have probably been me, Lamb, and Angus fighting for the podium if that safety car hadn't have come out. But no, good race to Angus, good battle. I made a huge mistake, and he just drove away. So yeah, congrats to him, and yeah.
Yeah, I was going to actually ask you about that one because it looked like he's had, from my point of view, I couldn't see too much. It looked like he's just sort of come together just a tiny little bit there, and he's just lost a little bit of time there. And then we were wondering, oh, if they opened the door for Sebi to get involved as well. But no, you guys just had the superior pace there. So yeah,
I just braked a little bit late, and I just was like, oh, if I go any further, I'm going to hit the back of Angus. So I just decided to swerve out of the way. Don't want to ruin his race and from my mistake. So
that's awesome that you've got out of it unscathed, mate. You got the P2, fantastic end to the season for yourself, mate. It's been good watching you go around in the Ferrari, mate. Yeah,
looks good in red.
Yeah. Congratulations, mate, and I'll let you go celebrate with Lamb and that and the other boys. And
Thanks,
yeah,
mate.
enjoy your night, mate. We'll move along to our race winner and our driver of the day, Angus. We had the chat in the comms box before the race. We said how bad you wanted to get back on that podium. You didn't just get back on the podium, mate. You took out the race win. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels pretty good, but yeah, like Two-Door said, the safety car went in my favour, so we got pretty lucky there. He also, both the Ferraris had a great race. I didn't think I was going to get them. Messed up my qualifying with my timing, so I didn't get out for my last run. The starting P8, I was a little bit thinking the race was already over, but followed the Ferraris in with the undercut and came out third behind them. And yeah, just they worked well together until one of them disconnected, I think, and then it's just a fight to the safety car, and yeah, worked well for me.
Absolutely, mate. It's been an absolutely amazing season for the Aston Martins. You got the win tonight. You're taking out the overalls. A bit away from the race tonight. How does it feel just being part of the team, wins the overalls and that sort of thing? How's that sort of things feel, mate?
No, it feels pretty good. There's also a lot of people that do stuff behind the scenes, engineering, so a lot of credit goes to them. Lots of help, setups and practice sessions. So yeah, it is good being a part of a winning team. Everyone works well, and
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. It's great to see you get the win tonight. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out? I know you just mentioned there's guys work behind the scenes. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to tonight, mate, for the finale?
Gower Barn, he's been a good teammate all season. Obviously, Watanabe, he's been a great TP. Everyone else who's engineered, Dynasty, Fat Cat, all those other guys, they've all done really well engineering, helping out. Everyone else in Div 3, it's always good racing everyone. So, Tudor and Liam, good final race.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. I've thoroughly enjoyed commentating you guys for most of the season, and it's been a privilege watching you guys race. It's been like fantastic most weeks. Don't know who's going to win. It's been so competitive, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you boys go around next season. Enjoy all your break and everything like that, and yeah, can't wait to do it all again.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Don't go anywhere, guys. I do have a special guest coming in to talk about a certain thing in particular. So, SJ, when you're ready, mate, you want to get us underway, mate?
Yeah, thank you, Nishka. What a good finale for the end of the season, and I think most of the guys are tired now. I would say so. Yeah, that concludes the end of season 9, and obviously everything is not finished up yet. We've obviously still got verdicts to still go out. But that is it. There is no more races now until obviously socials. If you want to get amongst on socials, you want to practice. But this is the probably the schedule now going up into the Christmas break. So 17th, as you can see on your screen now, we will see you at awards night. We will be talking to all the championship winners this season and constructors, and the biggest one of all, which will be the last meeting of the night, where we'll be talking to the overall champions. Still, points need to be added up to work out who that is. It does look like we know who that is, hence everything in green. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. I think that may be the new logo. That may be a bit of a giveaway there, so I do apologise. That was not supposed to come out, but there we go. Anyway, awards night is on the 17th of the 12th. And in that night, we'll have obviously a contents page. It'll be hosted by myself and Nishka. We will be going through a season overview of what season 9 has given us, some highs and some lows. And then we'll be announcing the calendar, which is going to be very exciting. I'm looking very, very forward to the S10 calendar. It does look very exciting. No street tracks at the beginning as well, so we'll all be okay with that. There's no big 100%ers for you to start with, so all good on that end. And then we'll be announcing the new team principles for next season. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and a new rule book, a new cheat sheet system, a lot of things changing, new drivers coming in, and also new roles taking place. That's it really. 17th of the 12th, be there. Awards night, plenty of awards to give out, which has been nominated from the team principals to the directors, the head steward, and the NA admin team as well on their end, because they have finished their season. Also, you have until 12 o'clock for full-time drivers to sign up for season 10. If you are not full-time, if you've not got the S10 role, then get amongst it, get involved. Some of you may be leaving us, and we wish you all the best of what you decide to do next. If you do change your mind, then you are more than welcome to jump in and sign up as a reserve, but will not be able to be a full-time until we open the sign-ups next year, which will open them up through pre-season, which will be announced more on the Discord. We will be announcing a big announcement to congratulate all the champions after the overalls have been concluded and all the points have been gathered in to find out who has won. And then we'll be putting a big announcement out on everything in regarding what is happening next. I just want to say from myself, thank you to all the directors. Thank you very much to the head stewards in Lam and Wonton, the directors as Dido, Wonton, and obviously Nishka jumping in. The TP manager also, Jono, and also Nishka. All the stewards, if I can't remember all your names, well done, thank you very much. And also the comms team, and the biggest thank you to all is the drivers. You make this league. I do not make this league. No one else does. It is all about you guys. We have got a very exciting season coming up with a prize pool, which is the first time we've ever done in Rush's history, which is something which is going to be very, very exciting. It's going to be very competitive, even probably more competitive than this season. And I look forward to doing it all again with you guys next season. So from that, see you awards night. If we don't, have a great Christmas. Keep safe. Look after yourselves. And we will see you on awards night, or we'll see you for season 10. Over and out from me. Back to you, Nishka and World Trek.
Thanks, boss.
Thank you very much,
Much
SJ.
appreciated.
And that is going to wrap up our night. Any final comments there from you, Wild Track, mate? Or you happy to wrap it up?
No, happy to wrap it up. Just quickly though, pleasure commentating with you, Nishka. So I can see this being a regular thing. Had an absolute ball, mate. We've obviously both got a passion for Formula racing, so looking forward to doing some more commentating with you into the future. But also, by the sounds of it, alongside and again you into the future as well. So very much looking forward to that. With SJ still talking about season 10, so we're signed up for that one, and we'll see how we go. But big thank you to the drivers today. Great spectacle, boys. Well done. You've done a great job, and once again, thank you to you, Nishka, for keeping me company on the commentating. It was great to have a chat.
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure having you in tonight, mate. You've done a fantastic job on your first night in with us, mate, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So hopefully, yeah, we can continue this on into next season, mate, and yeah, look forward to battling you out on the track as well. Yeah.
Battling it out
Fantastic
and
job.
battling Kwinana Freeway. There we
Yeah,
go.
well, we don't need to do any more battling on Kwinana Freeway. That's
All right, thanks very much, team. That's Tony, aka Wild Trek, signing out.
Thank you very much, mate. I'm just going to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Sim Racing Centre, Sim Lab, Pangnian Event Simulation, and AI 369. Thanks for the support this season, and hope to see you all again next season. Nishka signing out. Thank you very much. Good night.